You probably have thought that your brain is working for you. Well, I did so, and I have figured out that it was a lie. But eventually, I learned how to make my brain work for me. And in this video, I will tell you how I did so. So now, as you probably have noticed, we have these two things called conscious and unconscious mind. And conscious mind is when you think thoughts manually. Like right now, you can imagine or think about how you walk, how you speak, how you play games, and anything like that. But unconscious mind is when thoughts come automatically. You just chilling in class, let's say, or eating something, and randomly some thought just pops up, and you start thinking about some random things. It's probably because your unconscious mind gave you this random thought, and now you are thinking about this random thing, and you are probably daydreaming at that point. So, what happens when you manually start thinking bad things about yourself? Let's say you had a test or exam in your school and you failed it. You failed it miserably and you got the worst grade in your class. Imagine that. How would you feel? Probably like shit, and you probably would think that you're a failure. And you manually would start telling yourself that you are a failure. You would start telling yourself this thing that is not even a nearly a truth. But what happens when you say to yourself enough times that you are a failure is your brain starts to believe it. Maybe you are not failure, but your brain starts to believe so. Maybe not brain, but your unconscious mind. And you say a lot of times that you are a failure and manually, and now your unconscious mind is giving you these automatic thoughts that you are a failure, reminding you of this past failure, of this past exam that you failed. And only because of that, you are not a failure. You are not. Because you failed one thing, you are not. But you made yourself believe that you are because you repeated enough times manually in your head that you are a failure. So now your mind, your unconscious mind, that automatic thoughts that just come up from nowhere, starts automatically saying that you are a failure, which makes your mental health worse, which makes your self esteem, your self image worse. You will start thinking about yourself worse. You probably would get depressed. And that's a not pleasant thing to feel. Even though being a failure for you is might not be a truth, but you made yourself believe so by manually putting this idea of you being a failure. But what if I told you that you can reverse this? And instead of saying that you are failure, start saying that you are genius, that you are a smart person, that you are intelligent young guy or woman or whatever. And just remove all negative manual thoughts. Don't try and fight against unconscious mind. It will fix itself when your manual thoughts, when your conscious thoughts fixes. So, start saying good things about yourself a lot of times every day. Let's say you want to pass your exam, so you're not going to say I'm gonna fail it. I'm not prepared. You are not going to say those words because automatically your unconscious mind will start to think that you are going to fail, and this make you start doing things that makes you to fail the exam. So now, let's say you're instead of saying that you are a failure, you're saying to yourself that you are a genius, that you're a smart person, that you will pass the exam. You have this thought and you have this thing in your mind, you constantly saying this. And what your brain does, your brain is like a guided missile. Your brain is seeking its target like a missile. Imagine a missile flying, and here is its target. When it's, of course, it directs itself towards that course. What I mean by this example is when you have a goal, your brain is going towards that goal. And when you're giving yourself a positive thoughts, positive things, positive information to your brain, it uses that information to direct itself towards your goal, like a guided missile does to direct itself to its target. And this can be applied to almost everything. You can start telling yourself that you are a millionaire, that you are rich, that you are a billionaire, that you are anything you want, the best football player, and your brain will start finding a path towards that goal. So it's simple as that. And if you want more in detail ways of becoming happier, of becoming just more fulfilled with your life, I have made this course. It's the first link in the description. Click it right now. So, what are your action steps? It's pretty damn easy. Just stop thinking negatively about yourself and instead tell good things about yourself. So, thank you for watching.